Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're having good luck with your gardening and all of your projects. And without further ado, let's get to today's projects. They're big ones. So here we are in the old aquaponics garden, and there's dirt everywhere, and there's a giant hole over here. So we're getting a septic tank delivered tomorrow, and we're gonna have a septic tank here. I think it's 1,200 gallons. It's a big concrete 3-chamber box. So we dug a hole. The hole's a lot bigger than it needs to be, so I just gave myself plenty of wiggle room so that when they get here we can move it around and we don't have to worry about any sides being crooked or not square or something. So it's 12 feet long and then 10 feet wide. I think it needs to be 10 feet long and 7 feet wide. It's also 7 feet deep too. So that's going to go here, and then once the tank's delivered, we'll start working on the leach field. It's going to go out here, and over here. We're going to straddle the tree here, which might turn out to be a bad idea down the road, but we'll see. Since there's just 2 of us out here, we don't create a lot of waste anyways. I mean, I've had the humanures for 3 or 4 years now, and one of them's empty and the other one's almost full, so this should work great. And then in the future, a truck can come through here easily and to pump out all the solids, in 10, 15, 20 years when it starts to fill up. And let's take a look at the Geothermal Greenhouse. We'll just go ahead and walk on over there. It's a beautiful sunny day. Looks like there's a massive fire in the mountains over there, which is awful. Hopefully it's a controlled burn. See the smoke there. It's pretty gross. Often when there's fires, they're usually over on that mountain range over there, and then it fills the whole valley up with smoke, so we don't get any up here up in the hills. We're at 4,750 foot is our altitude, I believe. Just a little bit higher than Tombstone, even though when I drive to Tombstone it seems like it's uphill, but I forget that our house is up in the mountains, so we have to drive down to get to the road. So maybe it's 5,700 feet, I don't remember, one of those two. It's pretty high up. We can see for many miles out there, and then obviously it's just hills and mountains behind us directly up the road here. But we're not too far away from finishing the digging part, or the digging portion of the geothermal greenhouse. The dimensions of the actual greenhouse are 36 foot by 36 foot, and it has a 14-foot peak in the middle, and the roof line is 10 feet. So when this thing's in the ground, the gutters will be about 2 feet off of the ground out here, and then the peak of the roof will be about 5 or 6 feet up, give or take. Here's all the metal for the building. It's all super duper heavy duty. It's actually been sitting out here for a number of years in the weather and in the sun. There's no rust on it, so it's not going to decay inside the greenhouse. So we have to get all this out of here. It's a big pile of clay and rock mixed together. I think what we're going to do is we're going to dig down to about 10 feet. I think I already mentioned that in another video. And then I'm going to put 2.5 feet of gravel down here. That way the whole garden will actually be like a giant French drain. That way when the aquaponics is installed, we won't have any flooding issues if something breaks. Plus, I have the habit of idiot-proofing everything anyways, because when I'm old and broken and can't work like I do now, I don't want to have to fix anything. Just be able to come down here and enjoy it. So the hole right now is about 40 foot by 40 foot, so it's a little bigger than the greenhouse. That gives us room to put 2-foot thick gabions all the way around. That's the plan anyways. Been watching another YouTube channel. Probably gonna butcher their name. So Montana Big Sky Country Living, I believe. You guys should go check their build out, because I just ran into their channel the other day and they're building almost the same thing. And the gravel and the rock there looks exactly like it does here. It's just dirt and rocks, except here it doesn't get nearly as cold. And they have a root cellar built into the wall on one side of their greenhouse too. It's really, really cool. I suggest you guys go look them up. Oh, and a big shout out to Dr. Kent Hales. Thank you very much. I'm not going to tell you why I said thank you, but he knows why. And you could probably tell. Might have had some work done. There's a lot of clay. Oh my goodness. Having that big tractor was a great help, though. We have to give it back at, I think, the 29th or the 1st, one of those 2 days. So I got one more week with it. So then, since we're not doing anything with the septic tank until the house is built, it's just going to go on the ground, and I'm going to backfill it and forget about it until the time comes. So I can come back over here and focus on this. My fiance wants me to build a roof over our patio, so I'll probably wind up doing that right away when the tractor goes back. But like I said, we got one more week with it, so I'll be able to finish all this out and level it out real good. I tried to drive my little tractor down here and work, and it just felt silly. It was like having a kid's toy compared to that big machine. The little teeny tiny bucket on it and the little levers. Oh, it was cute. It's disappointing. Maybe one day I'll win the lottery and I could buy a big machine like that thing. I think it's so great. We can do all kinds of stuff out here that you can't otherwise, because it's just a big, strong machine. Oh no. That is a really, really old dead bird. Better not let Holly see that. Holly, what do you got? Is that a stick? You got a stick? Oh, is that a good stick? Is that your favorite one? Are you happy? You miss your sissy? You miss Abby? Our other dog Abby is staying with her papa for a few days. We gotta do a prisoner swap. He likes to have her over every once in a while. Well, I think that's it, you guys. Not a whole lot going on. I'm actually pretty pooped. Been working on that septic system all afternoon, trying to level out the bottom. So we got a Bosch laser level for it. It's a commercial grade laser level, but I bought it remanufactured, so I got a really good price on it. I think they're about $700-800 new. I got that one for about $400, and it's like waterproof and all that kind of good stuff. Has a roll cage around it, and it's auto leveling, so that helps. But that's how I made the bottom of the septic tank pit level with that tool. Guess we can go look at it for a second. I don't know why I decided to walk over there and walk all the way back. Guess I need the exercise. I never get enough of that around here. So there's our laser level, and then there's the stick, and it's got the sensor on the stick, and you basically just set the laser level up in a corner and walk around, and it tells you within 1.5 inches, I think, where you're at. So it made leveling out the bottom of this a lot easier than using the level. I was using that because the laser level wasn't supposed to be here until the 28th, and it came early, which is good. Oh, speaking of something that came early, we got the corrugated pipe for the geothermal greenhouse. I guess some people call it a wallopini. I don't like that word, it sounds weird. I'm gonna call it a geothermal greenhouse. Sounds cool. You guys can call it whatever you like. So we got 100 feet of that. So this is a 4-inch corrugated drain pipe, so it has holes in it. And my thought process behind that was that when this is buried underground in the greenhouse is humid. It'll be humid. There'll be lots of moisture in the air. And this, as the air is going through this, I was afraid that moisture would build up inside in the vents and create like black mold or something. So I got it with drain holes in it. So if there's any moisture buildup, it will just soak into the earth. And I decided against digging a 50-foot trench and running this out and away from the greenhouse. The other YouTube channel that I mentioned had a great idea where, I mean, they had the gabions, and then they just ran this corrugated pipe around the gabion, since there's already a hole there behind the gabion, and I think that's a fantastic idea, so I'm going to do the same thing. And I told them I might steal some of their ideas, because they've got some good heads on their shoulders and some wonderful engineering ideas that I think I'm going to use as well, that will help the greenhouse last the rest of my life. Come on, Holly, get out of there. You're not going for a ride. I know. She sees an open car door and she jumps in, don't you? Huh? Yeah, you do, you little sweet little baby. Oh, yeah, Holly Bear. Good girl. You're the best ranch dog ever. Best ranch dog ever. Most of the time. She can be naughty, too. Her and her sister get in trouble. But, I don't know if I even showed any of this. I did finish the patio. I did all the brickwork here. I did all this. Never done it before, so don't look closely. There are some spots that are uneven. It's not flat. I didn't have any sand to bring in, so. And I kind of like the uneven look. It kind of looks like, it's sort of like medieval style, I guess. Old cobblestone. And like, there's not really any big lips to catch your toes on. It is fairly flat, but if I took the laser level over here, it would call me a liar. We've got my art garden. One of you guys wanted a closer look at some of these, so we'll kind of take a look around here. Most of these are made out of silverware, pipes, and rebar. There's Holly for scale. Holly's a little tiny golden healer. Yeah, don't stick your nose in that cactus. It's got big thorns. Got another guy here. My mom's an artist and my dad was a welder, so I guess I'm both. Got a hybrid. Even though I don't think I'm very good at art, but I think most of my friends would argue otherwise. This is probably my favorite one. It's a praying mantis. Did a lot of research on praying mantises when I built this one. Looks like it took a spill. Got some dents here. Got into a fight with one of the other creatures. Most of these aren't modeled after any other insects except the praying mantis. I guess that one over there kind of looks like a centipede with horns. This one's kind of like a jellyfish, I guess. All spoons and butter knives. Got some other ones over here. This one, the cows used to love this one because they would come over and scratch their sides on it. And then they would break it because it's made out of nails. And they like that on their back, I guess. And then if anyone knows me personally, you know I'm a big Aliens and Predator fan from the comic books and movies. So I got a xenomorph and a facehugger. And then a little baby xenomorph. This is actually the only piece of art I didn't make. My mom got that for me. And it's just a little guy, hangs out with the big guy. Oop, it's falling apart. It's not broken, it just, the tail comes off. And then my other hand's full. And there's some old car parts. And then that right there will become something later down the road. I'm gonna need to get like an old coilover or something. Have an idea for that. Okay, that's enough of that, you guys. It's kind of a longer video than normal, but I'm feeling good. We got a lot of stuff done today, and now it's time for some adult beverages. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, pop those in down below and give us a thumbs up. And as always, keep building and try to be good to each other. Some of us aren't here for very long, and a little bit of kindness will go a long ways. So God bless you all, and peace. It's a beautiful day, except for the nasty fire over there. getting bigger. It's nowhere near me, so don't worry. That's 40 miles away.